Hey everyone, so we've got a brand new release from T. Henri, as they always go. Something super incredible, but this is another one that's going to be one of your rivals to the JMM Legacy. A big hitter in the industry, known for beautiful designs and big, chunky, thick acetate frames and beautiful temple cores, all sort of things. T. Henri's take is a whole other ball game. So let's dive into it and have some fun. So you know it's going to be fun when we mention huge legacy industry rivals that are relatively new to the industry, like JMM. Yep, that's going to be a thing. Anyways, so T. Henri is also a new startup starting around 2019. Their designs have been phenomenal ever since. Huge jumps and steps and strides in every single release, more and more detail coming into every one, always hyper limited releases of like 50 to 100. Now we're up to like 150 or 200 as they've grown, of course, and have more accounts across the world. They have to kind of make a few more models to go along with that, but it will always be more exclusive pieces like that and not in the very high level production frames. So a little bit of why that is, these are all handmade in Japan. These in particular, absolutely phenomenal. The champagne really displays all of the beauty in every single set of this. So you've got the full temple core exposed here all the way to the front. So that is a nice little pop. But if you can see, you've got this little cut back here all the way down along that bottom midline for the lower half of the temple, or the back half of the temple, however you want to say that. And then you've got the extra detailing here in that custom titanium temple core with 24 karat gold plating on it as well. 3 rivets here, all heat sunk into the front with a 7-barrel hinge that has just massive leafs. That is almost unbreakable. I will never call anything unbreakable because I've seen you people break some things that I never thought would be breakable before. So there you go, there's that reasoning. The plate here where that mounts on the inside, I don't know if I can quite get it to capture. There we go. Some extra level of detail here, as I mentioned, that's kind of the level up as we go along. This little insert is, again, 3 rivets, but then you've also got the T. Henri logo etched in there with a couple extra lines for detailing that flow into that temple. But then also, this doesn't show up as well, but there is a little facet cut all the way around that kind of embosses it into the material, gives it that extra little punch of detail. The shields on the front are set directly in place over that mounting, so you get a nice little, almost looks like a riveted shield like they would have done back in the day. Not quite, but it's pretty darn close, and it's most of what we see in these 12mm and larger frames. Even a lot of the 8mm stuff, you still get that. I don't know if I can get it to actually show up on camera, but if you want to look at how close that heat sink for the hinge is to where that shield sinks in there, it lines up absolutely phenomenal. You get the angle right. It sets, the heat sink sets directly in between those two. It's phenomenal machine work and hand finish work to get it there. Overall balance on these is really nice. It is a little bit heavier frame, but nothing crazy. Nice and super lightweight, but more importantly, the bridge cut here has a really good feel on the face, especially for more of a medium bridge. This is that champagne colorway. As I mentioned, there's gonna be about 100 of those. Yeah, 149 of this one in particular. I have number 25 in my hand. Then the Yanks colorway, which is more of your classic tortoise. A little bit different take on it, and it does not show on camera, unfortunately, until we get around to the side. But you can see you've got some nice coloration to that. There's some great shading throughout. And I really hate how this one shows up on camera because that front looks almost black. It's not. It looks just like this in person. Just beautiful. So when I throw it on, it still just kind of looks like a black frame, unfortunately. I really couldn't do anything with the lighting to get it any other way than that, but rest assured, this is that beautiful classic tortoise colorway. Super phenomenal. They call it Yanks. It's good. I'm not a huge tortoise fan, but this one is good, okay? Just the way light transmits through it, you get some nice detail there. One thing we didn't talk about on the champagne, because I think it demonstrates a little bit better on here, is that shield is actually cut and embossed and then infilled with enamel as well. That's going to coordinate with the color on each frame. So you've got some lighter brown notes, and this one a little bit different. Like I said, it doesn't show up super great on camera without that added contrast behind it. Overall fit and feel is really good on these, and that's something I love on the new T. Henri release. The balance and ergonomics on these is hugely leveled up from the prior release. They were always okay, but now really good, because you've got some great adjustability back here on the temples, and of course that larger paddle at the back gives you a little bit more grip at the edge, but also helps counterweight to keep that balance much more central to the overall frame, which keeps it from being super heavy on the nose or at the back of the ears. And if you need a prescription, it still keeps all that handled nicely as well. Overall sizing, you guys seem to love it. I can't stand it, but you get what you get here. So the sizing is going to be a 52mm lens on these. It's more traditional in this one than some of the others, which is the inside of the lens here to the outside of the lens here. 18mm for the bridge. If you've been around the channel any amount of time, you know one of my signature frames is a 20mm bridge, and this fits just like that. So don't get too caught up in the numbers. Just know that the overall sizing is going to be good for kind of a medium average size face. A little bit larger, I would say step up to the H1, or if you like that oversized look, H1, no question. If you like that more, a little bit slimmer profile, a little bit more tailored fit going on, this is going to give you that for more of a medium face. That is the new Daytona. If you're debating it, stop here, jump the link, go ahead and go grab one, because they're not going to stick around for long, especially in these two colorways. That's phenomenal. Let me know your thoughts down below. You already know mine. Let's have some fun with it. I'll catch you guys next time.